Let's hit another one.
While driving down a stretch of highway, Felicity D promptly takes out her phone after noticing something down the road. It had caught her attention, considering that no other cars were on the road. It was just her and the driver alone on this highway when this was spotted. Now, this video takes place in Arenas Valley, New Mexico, where it seems that others have encountered similar experiences. Ghost sightings are nothing new to those who live around here, but this, as viewers believe, may just be the clearest evidence of something paranormal.
There's nothing
Although
clear
it's hard
about
to
this
say as to what
footage.
this was, you can see that something is moving before somehow vanishing. It's a bit faint, but something is there until it isn't. Now, unfortunately, not much info is given on this clip, except that it took place in New Mexico. Yet still, as many have commented, this footage is pretty creepy. Just who, or even what, was seen on camera?
Someone who's running along the road. That was in the middle of the road. That was it.
On a Sunday afternoon
Your car was creeping so slow it was almost at a standstill.
inside a small retail store, an employee working by himself decides to tidy up a few items on display. It was like any other workday at the shop. Johann Salazar would clock in and start the shift by organizing stock. But as he does his job, he all of a sudden runs to the back of the store, completely out of breath and visibly shaking. Johann, in his own words, had felt something heavy drop on his shoulders. Not sure what it was that was on his back, he looks at the security camera recording at this time and sees something that terrifies him beyond belief. This is what
I
he saw.
don't really need the narrative at all. Just show me.
It appears that Johann's shirt and hoodie is pulled by something. Initially thinking that someone had put their hands on Johann's back, he turns around expecting someone to be there, but to his shock, there was no one. He was absolutely positive that he felt something heavy on his shoulders, yet it seems that whatever weight he had felt was non-existent. Or so it seems, because as viewers believe, this invisible weight was most likely a spirit who was getting physical with Johann. If that's the case, then its presence was definitely felt. But whether ghost or not, Johann has been left terribly shaken by this incident. To this day, there is yet to be an update on this whole occurrence.
That's interesting. It was pulled back. So that could
Now the following video
Could that be
comes from
faked?
another who,
Easily.
for some reason, began to feel an overwhelming sense of anxiety.
Just have
while
a
taking
visible
care of
string
her
and
baby. It was just
hold
her
it.
and her son, alone at home, watching a movie peacefully, when things took an unexpected turn. Looking at the bathroom door, she notices that it's wide open. When she last looked, it was somewhat shut.
Are we gonna get a peekaboo? Or stick your head out?
Seeing that something was different, she grabs her phone and begins to record. Whenever something like this happens, according to her, things get very weird. It's a common occurrence, but on this night, what she captures is unlike anything she's ever experienced. On the verge of having a panic attack, she records the bathroom when this is captured.
The door is moving by itself. Oh my god. Get over here. Please go away. Please go away. You're not wanted. Go away. Whatever you are, go away. Oh my god, oh my god.
That's a little more than a creak. That almost sounds like a water pipe. That's a creak. But where did it come from? It was not this door. You would have seen that move and close. That was long. That was a big movement. So that was somewhere else. Or it was overlaid.
I'm so scared right now.
Oh, you sound so scared right now. So scared.
Please go away.
The panic in your voice is Oscar-worthy.
It can't be spooky. Spooky? Psst, 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 psst.
Did you name your cat Spooky?
Spook? Moo?
To say that the mother was spooked out of her mind would be putting it lightly. It's the fact that she pulls in her child after sensing something dangerous that really shows this. Now, she didn't see it at first, but after watching this video, she saw it. At the entrance to the bathroom, a very distinct shadow-like figure appears quickly. It's actually pretty quick when it happens, so it's understandable as to why she had missed this. But seeing how fast it moves only adds to the creepiness of this footage. Whatever this might have been seems to pop in and out quick before seemingly disappearing. Seeing this and hearing the bathroom door creak has led her to believe that something paranormal took place. But whether ghost or not, there has yet to be a definitive explanation for what was captured on this night.
Why does it always have to be a paranormal thing? Why do we always jump to paranormal thing? It's a ghost. Instead of objectively looking at it and going, what could it rationally be? What is the Occam's razor of this? Because ghost is not it.
In the following video, a security guard is doing rounds at a hotel when she suddenly comes to a stop after encountering something very disturbing. This video took place in 2019 and was recently shared by a friend of the security guard shown in the clip. At first, the friend who posted this wasn't sure if sharing this online would be a good idea. What was captured, according to them, is something that the hotel would rather keep under wraps. Perhaps to avoid reminding people of
No, a hotel would love that. That would be such a draw.
a terrible incident that occurred many years ago. In 1986, this exact hotel, which was formerly called the DuPont Plaza, had mysteriously caught
We know what we're doing now. Oh, did it catch fire?
fire, resulting in many lives being lost. Guests had no choice but to leap off their balconies as the flames had engulfed the whole building. The sight of this was hard to bear, to say the least.
Damn.
But fast forward to 2019, and the hotel is now rebranded and remodeled under a different company. However, from time to time, strange things would happen here. In 1986, this exact hotel, which was formerly called the DuPont Plaza, had mysteriously caught fire.
Mysterious, huh? So mysterious. Okay, that's horrific. But again, lies upon lies.
Resulting in many lives being lost. Guests had no choice but to leap off their balconies
It was not
as the
mysterious.
flames engulfed the whole building.
It was
The
arson.
sight of this was hard to bear, to say the least. But fast forward to 2019, and the hotel is now rebranded and remodeled under a different company. However, from time to time, strange things would happen here. Hotel guests would report supposed paranormal experiences and blame the fire incident that occurred years ago to explain this. The following video is a prime example of what guests experience while being here. It's late at night when apparently something pulls the security guard's hair. Take a look. Looking closely, you can see that her ponytail is the first thing that moves before she tilts her head. However, its movement is anything but subtle. It's as if something had yanked her hair, causing her to jerk her head in a sudden motion.
Or was she faking it?
According to the friend who posted this, the security guard thought that someone had ran away upon pulling her hair. But after
Of course, her hair went first, and that way she's flipping her head around, which is causing her hair to go that way. Which is why it looks like it moved first.
Watching this clip, that clearly wasn't the case. Her hair was definitely pulled, but it wasn't someone she could identify, let alone see. What happened here, as the friend believes, was something unexplainable. But as always, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Just what exactly could explain the security guard's hair being pulled?
It wasn't. I saw nothing that indicated a pull. She flipped her hair, and it stopped, and she just jerked her head. Why she jerked her head? I don't know. Make a cool ghost video?
It's late at night when a group of friends decide to enter a hospital that's been out of service for quite some time. They would never come alone unless they were dared to do so, because apparently this place is not what it seems. Although seeming like an empty facility devoid of any doctors or patients, the Felix Bonis Hospital in Santiago, Chile has been said to have a certain presence within its walls. Now thankfully, the lights are still on inside this hospital, which is a good thing for the group. The emergency system powering these lights appears to be running, but even with the lights on, the following incident remains just as frightening. This is what they caught.
Familia, estamos aquí en el hospital Felix Bonis. Son las... ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es, familia? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? La 1:08. La 1:08. La 1:08. La 1:08.
It happens quickly, but upon looking closely, you'll see what appears to be a silhouette of a person just walking past the group of friends. No one had noticed it, and no one realized what was captured until much later when watching the footage. Clearly, something had been there.
Yes, a person.
But it's hard to say as to what exactly it was. Briefly, we can see what looks like a distinct outline of someone small. But strangely, whoever, or whatever this was, goes unnoticed by the group.
Or so they said. Or it's just another person in their group.
It's for this reason that they no doubt believe that this had to be the spirit of a deceased patient who doesn't know they already passed. But ghost or not, it seems that what was captured will currently stay a mystery.
Really? It was just another person in your group.
Taking place inside someone's apartment, a man immediately stops what he's doing to record this video, as it was just now that stuff started moving.
And just stuff is moving, right? So this has moved. I thought it was because maybe one of the things is stuck in the blinds, and I closed the blinds, but that was one thing. The bike then fell.
Within the span of 30 minutes, things just started moving on their own. This is something that commonly happens, but not once has it ever been caught on camera. But on this night, something happens that scares the living daylights out of the man. Hoping to get something on camera, he captures this.
And I'm just kind of now trying. I tried to film other stuff when the bike moved, and I deleted that video because nothing happened. But I'm just trying to see if I'm going mad and want to catch something. I've noticed things in this flat for quite a while, but I've always put them down to like neighbours' noise or whatever it might be. But this is the first time I've kind of actually seen things move. But yeah, so I don't really know. I want something to move, and I also don't want something to move. If anything is here, please, by all means, feel free to move something. Move one of the leaves here, move one of the leaves there.
He's haunted by Isaac Newton.
I don't know, whatever you want to move. Move the bike again, or the remote here. Don't be scared. Although I am a little bit scared.
It's just Isaac
one of those
Newton.
horrible situations where you kind of want something off. There is no way. I'm so glad I got that on recording. I'm coughing all of a sudden. Holy
Damn it, Isaac Newton.
Oh my god, I can't believe I actually got that on film. Please move it again. You've done that much. Please feel free to move it again. This, by the way, has been propped up here for ages. This has not been moved. It's never moved before. I'm actually shaking a little bit. Sorry for swearing, by the way. Oh my god, I'm so happy that I've just got that on tape. And like this, this isn't like attached to anything. Like there's nothing attached to it. Like I haven't kicked it. I haven't moved anything. It's been.
You just said stuff has been moving. You might not have moved it, but if you're saying stuff has been moving, then something has moved, which has caused things to shift.
Yeah, like I don't know how it was now, but it's been kind of propped up for a long time. I'm going to lay it down a bit more. I absolutely knew that
Had it not been for him lifting his guitar and showing an up-close view of the neck, then this definitely would have raised some suspicions. No strings are seen anywhere besides those on the guitar.
No, it was
around it hints at the possibility of this being.
You're just haunted by Isaac Newton. No big deal.
Fate.
Everyone is.
It's the lack of questionable evidence that makes this possibly real, and therefore pretty creepy. Yet this
Let's look at it again.
Possibly real, and therefore pretty creepy. Yet this only gets creepier when noticing how.
What do you mean possibly real? Obviously it is real. It moved. That is undeniable. It moved. That is real. Now, your claims of what moved it, that is under suspicion.
How sudden the guitar moves. Usually, when things aren't prop right, a slow shifting movement occurs before gravity takes over and makes it fall fast. This, however, immediately moves as if someone
So says you.
had forcefully pushed it. To the man, whatever happened here was surely paranormal. But of course, whether or not that's so is up to you to decide. Was something supernatural at play here?
No.
Or is there something else that could possibly explain this?
Sir Isaac Newton, that's all I'll say.
Now, not much is known about this next video, considering that the original source is unknown. Where it came from, or who exactly posted this first, remains a
So it's completely suspect in all categories.
mystery. But despite lacking any sort of context, the video is still pretty creepy. Taking place in what appears to be a museum, a group of people visit an exhibit that is.
If it's lacking all context, why are you giving it context that you know nothing about?
Well, a bit disturbing to say the least. As with most lifelike mannequins, there's something quite off-putting about these, but it's not the mannequins that make the video pretty spooky, but rather something else. Whoever took this video seems to have not realized that they captured something unusual.
Again, adding context.
During this moment, they didn't see that this was captured.
How do you know they didn't see it? There's no context.
Very creepy in here.
That was center frame. There is no way they didn't, quote unquote, see that.
Appearing out of nowhere, a shadowy figure resembling a woman is caught in the mirror. Its reflection is captured, but the person casting it is nowhere in sight. That
It's because it's reflecting in a mirror.
is, if it was a person, while some viewers agree that it was a person in the sense that they used to be alive.
They could just be standing behind the cameraman.
Many believe that this was its ghost. Seemingly dressed in a gown that a woman would wear during the Victorian era, the mysterious
No context, remember? I don't see that. Why do you see that? Because it fits your narrative?
shadow passes by, unfazed by the group of strangers in the room. It's as if they've been here for quite some time. But like most videos, without much context, it remains unknown
No. Zero context. Not much. Zero.
as to who or what was caught on camera. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. On the night of October 4th of 2024, a young couple watch a scary movie that's already been seen by the boyfriend. It's his girlfriend's first time watching the film, and it's exactly how he imagined she would react, completely scared. It's for this reason that he films this video. It would make for a funny clip, but little does he know, this exact moment would be anything but funny. Now, viewers agree that it's already creepy enough that they live in a house filled with clown dolls and other horror-themed items, but what was captured beats any of those things. As they watch this movie, this is caught.
And of the Son, and the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
It's not even scary.
It's scary.
It's not.
Look down and pity.
You killed your mother.
You killed your mother. You killed your mother. You killed.
What was meant to be a funny clip of his girlfriend's reaction turns into something they would see in their movie. Out of nowhere, the clown doll on the wall moves. Unaware of what just happened, she continues watching the film while the boyfriend remains speechless, as it seems that the doll had come alive. While some think that the film had something to do with this, the couple believes that something else was responsible. As it turns out, they live across a cemetery that's quite literally down the street from them. The
Ignore that. That has nothing to do with anything.
following is the girlfriend's footage. Take a look.
My scary clown video. Okay, so I thought I'd show you that I actually do live across the road from a cemetery.
This has nothing to do with what happened.
Normally this stuff doesn't scare me, but the clown kind of did.
So then, according to viewers, it's no wonder why the doll had come alive. It only makes sense that watching a scary movie near a cemetery would lead to this. But as always, you be the judge.
Wrong. So, what was the purpose of filming this? Oh, scary movie. To get a reaction of being scared. So that you can make a funny clip. What better way to get a reaction of being scared than to set up something to actually, move and scare her? Instead of just being on the screen.
On whether or not this was paranormal.
He set this up.
Just what exactly had occurred that night.
He set this up. In fact, I think I just saw the string.
Had occurred that night. On whether or not this was paranormal. Just what exactly had occurred that night.
I just saw it.
You be the judge on whether or not this was paranormal. Just what exactly had occurred that night.
Damn, I can't get it to pause right at the bottom of the foot. For just a brief moment in the shadow of a little string. I wish I could figure out how to do like frame by frame.
On a sunny day, somewhere on a peninsula, a man records a video of an ancient fortress that was built in 1725. Obviously, the fortress has stood the test of time, seeing that it's still intact. But it's
You know what we're gonna do on this one?
not the durability of this place that baffles the man who filmed this. Instead, it's what appears at this place that's left him pretty spooked. He was taking a video while he and his brother explored the fortress.
Where is it?
Although many tourists come here, very few know that the fort has taken the lives of many pirates who invaded the peninsula during the 18th century. Knowing this, the man couldn't help but feel a haunting presence while being here. Now, the quality is far from HD, but the video still captures footage of something visible and quite peculiar. This is what was caught.
All right, I found it.
Okay.
Now let's uncover the lies.
Ah.
The man who took this had no idea that something appeared around the fort. He further adds that this, whatever it was,
What, the
had
bird?
been inside a closed-off section to the public. There was no way that a person could have accessed
Wait a minute.
this area, as no one had stepped foot to the public. There was no way that a person could have accessed this area, as no one had
No one could access this area. That's a road. There's no fence. Anyone could walk up here. And that's a bird.
stepped foot there for years. If it wasn't a person, as many believe, then what exactly was this?
It looks like a hummingbird close to the camera.
Now, it is kind of odd.
I
how
could be
despite the
wrong,
video's
it's hard to
quality,
tell.
We can still make out distinct figures in the distance, but this, even from a not so far distance, is hard to make out.
Because it's moving
While some
fast.
speculate that it might be the spirit of a pirate who died while crossing the fort, others are simply baffled by the clip. Although uploaded in 2023, this video continues to remain a mystery.
So anyways, I found it. This appears to be our culprit. Fortress of San Felipe in Central America, Mexico. $29 to buy images. Damn. Well, that was easy to find.
In this last video, a man named Connor Lyle recorded something strange on his doorbell camera. It happened on a Thursday night when no one else had been outside. Connor had just come home at
No one has ever been outside on a Thursday night. Ever.
around 8 p.m. and was heading towards his house when suddenly he gets the strangest feeling. It was as if his body, out of instinct, had sensed something threatening. Perhaps thinking it was all in his head, he shrugs it off and doesn't think much of it. But fast forward to him looking at the footage captured of that night, and his stomach drops. The following is his footage. Watch.
Okay, sounds like you heard something. Like maybe a dog.
As it turns out, his fight-or-flight response wasn't just random, but rather completely called for. Right behind Connor, there appears to be a shadowy figure walking by and then disappearing out of nowhere. However, after seconds pass, it reappears again, but this time a bit closer. It's as if it was making its way towards Connor. Feeling once again immensely unnerved, he turns around and sees nothing. But clearly, as he would eventually find out.
Okay, this one I can buy because it's moving at the same rate that he is. So it could just be a secondary shadow cast by whatever light is over here.
Something was behind him. What this was is unknown, but judging by Connor's reaction, viewers think it's best if he stayed away from ever encountering whatever this was. While there has yet to be any updates from Connor regarding this footage, this
The one that was
incident
here
continues to remain unsolved.
looked like an overlaid image. It looked so
Thanks
fake.
for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to...
All right, that one was a bit better. Good job. Why am I holding a controller? Stop that. Okay. Well, anyways, that's gonna do it for me. We watched 3 videos, and that was oh so exciting. These were not nearly as fun.